Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome to something new. This is Legend of Grimrock 2, the sequel to a fantastic dungeon-crawling first-person adventure, which we played through on stream a while back. I really enjoyed it, and I've been looking forward to playing this sequel for quite some time. I apologize for the title screen being a little bit loud, but in-game the sound is a lot more quiet, so I don't want to mute it any more than I already have. Now, we are going to be jumping into this thing and seeing how it goes. This is a pretty exciting thing, because I really enjoyed the first game, so let's build ourselves a party and see what we're at. So, this is a game where you can build a party of 4 adventurers. We will be doing so. They will not all look like this, though. We are going to start off with our first hero. Now, this hero needs a hero's name. Perfect. And we need to decide what he's going to be and what he's going to do. We can be human, insectoid, lizardman, minotaur, or ratling. I'm going to leave Vanguard as a human, however, and we'll set his class as well. There are several classes available, many more than the original game. This has Alchemist, which is apparently focusing on firearms and alchemy, interesting, and creating more alchemical herbs. Barbarian is all about firepower and energy, and health and strength. Battle Mage is about spells and weaponry, apparently. Farmer, that's a strange class. You gain experience by eating food instead of slaying monsters. That's very strange. You're also completely unskilled at first level. Weird. This sounds like it's a challenge mode class. We also have Fighter here. Special attacks with melee weapons take half the time to build up and cost 25% less energy. Interesting. The Knight is a heavy armor class. We have the Rogue, which is all about critical hits with missile and throwing weapons, and dual-wielding penalties are reduced. And the Wizard, which is all about casting spells. Okay, well let's make you a Knight then, Vanguard. Vanguard the Knight. And we'll set up your skills as well. For traits, we have a very numerous options. We can make you healthy, which gives you additional vitality. Make you tough, which just gives you more health. Make you muscular, which gives you more strength. Give you a demon ancestor, which gives you fire resistance. I think what we're going to do with you, though, since you're going to be our tank, we'll give you natural armor, which is 5 extra protection, and we'll give you tough or healthy to make you a little bit more tanky. Let's give you tough. So you start with more health, and you're a little bit harder to kill, because your protection is naturally higher. We're also going to max out your strength, because you're probably going to need to be able to hit things pretty hard. We're going to give you a boost to dexterity, so your accuracy is better, and we'll boost your vitality, so you get more health in general. Okay. That should do for you, and we need to give you your skills still. Your skills, you're going to be skilled in light weapons, I think, because you're going to be carrying a shield. So if you're using heavy weapons, you probably won't be able to carry them in one hand. And we're going to train you in armor. There we go, because that's what you're all about as a knight. So you're about light weapons and armor. Perfect. Next up, our new prisoner. You are not going to be human. You're going to be a minotaur. Boosts in strength, penalties in dexterity, boosts in vitality, and penalties in willpower. Also, they eat more. Minotaur it is. Minotaur, you are not going to be a fighter, you're going to be a barbarian. High health, low energy, high strength. Very nice. Max out your strength as much as we can, and we will give you... Hang on. You have a really big accuracy penalty, so we're going to give you weapon specialization to help counteract that, and 1 point in dexterity, so your aim isn't quite as terrible. We're also going to give you a Minotaur-specific skill, Headhunter. This gives strength +1 for each skull that we find that he carries along the way. We used this one in our first adventure, and it was fun, so we'll take it with us again this time. What else are we going to put our points into? We've got 4 left. We could put a couple more into Vitality to make him even tougher, and let's do it like this. Boost Vitality up to make him even more of a tank, since he's not going to be wearing much armor, and Dexterity here to give him a little bit less of a chance of completely missing all of his attacks. He has massively more damage than our human right now. That's awesome. And for skills, we'll give him heavy weapons for certain. And what else do we give him? As our Minotaur, he's not going to be focusing too much on many things. I'm probably going to give him athletics. More health, basically. He's going to take damage, so we might as well help him survive as much of it as possible. We could also go for a dodge if we think evasion will help him, but with low dexterity, I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. If I buffed up his dexterity, would it give him evasion? It would. Not a lot, though. Well, I think we're going to give him athletics for now, just make him tougher, and that'll do. As for his name, this will be Kurz. Vanguard, Kurz the Minotaur. You are not going to be a human, good sir. Oh, there's a bunch of portraits. You are going to be... a ratling. You are going to be a rattling alchemist. As an alchemist, you'll be all about using weapons as guns, and you'll be all about creating us potions. So your skills are simple, athletics is an obvious choice, and firearms is an obvious choice. I have no idea if we're going to get any of these soon, but we're going to try it. Try something new. You're going to want high dexterity to use your guns. You'll probably want some vitality and some strength so you don't die super quickly. And we will give you a little bit of... also to carry more alchemical ingredients, otherwise you won't be much use to us. Willpower might be good for energy points. I don't know if you'll need much as a firearm user, though, so we'll give you that. You're also going to want more dexterity, so we'll give you agile to boost your dexterity even more. What's this? One of your attribute scores, chosen randomly, increases by 1 when you gain a new level. Mutation it is. That sounds like a fun one. Could be completely unhelpful, but we'll take it anyway. And we have another new prisoner who is going to be an insect. Oh, so we need to name you still, don't we? You will be... You will be Shelled. Shelled the Rattling Alchemist, Kurz the Minotaur Barbarian, Vanguard the Human Knight, and our Insectoid is our Wizard. Just like in our previous playthrough of Legend of Grimrock, we had a Insectoid Wizard who died constantly, but we will see how it goes. So, he's going to get Strong Mind, which boosts his willpower by 2. And I'm going to give him... Chitin Armor. Protection plus 10. That might be good. Maybe he won't die quite as often that way. And he's going to want Water Magic, because Water Magic is awesome. In the previous adventure, we really enjoy being able to freeze things solid. And we'll take Concentration, because that gives us much more energy, which means they'll have much more mana to cast spells with. As far as stat points go, maxing willpower seems like an obvious choice. Boosting vitality, so they don't die quite so much, might be good as well. And we'll put a point or 2 into vitality. Never mind. Everything into vitality. Give them as much survivability as we possibly can. Okay. This seems like a solid party. You need a name still. What's your name going to be? You're going to be... You'll be Chick. There we go. We have Shelled, Kurz, and Vanguard. Let's start our game and see what happens. I think everybody's got everything they can get. Yep. Let's begin. Hopefully we built a party that will be successful, although there's no way to tell until we get into this game. There may be all manner of problems we'll run into from the way we set up our characters, but until we get there, we'll just have to wait and see. Ominous music sounds in the background as we fade into a sea. A sea in turmoil. I wonder what flag that is. If I knew more about international flags, I could probably figure that out. Maybe check it out later. And the birds wheel above. This is good and ominous, but I have no idea what the story... Oh, there we are. It doesn't look much like us. There's no insects or minotaurs or rats in there, but, interesting. Alright. Ominous magic affects our directions and leads our ship into the stone reef besides. That probably didn't go well for our captors. Or for us, come for that matter. With the ship wrecked, our debris drifts to shore. Really? Really? Our cage just so happened to stay intact on a large bulkhead of wood, so it's gonna make it safely. Okay, we'll take it. Obviously, Lady Luck smiled on us today. Or didn't, as the case may be. We'll see where we wind up, I guess. And I suppose this is the new Grimrock. Legend of Grimrock 2. Awesome. Alright. It's really loud, like I said, but it's gonna get really quiet. It's already at 40% volume, so gotta make do. Alrighty. Well, we start in a cage. This is basically how this game is seen. We have our party here in the bottom right. We have each of our party members. We can arrange them as we would like, but I like this arrangement at the moment with our two frontline fighters in the front, our gun user and our mage in the back. That sounds pretty much ideal. We all have empty hands, nothing in our inventories. We can click on our characters' icons to see what they're carrying. It looks like you have 2 weapon setups this time, which is interesting. You also have your stats, your skills, and your traits all visible here. Interesting. We have a food bar. If we don't get hungry, if we don't feed ourselves, we don't regain health over time, so that's not good. We have our experience as well. We can sleep to regenerate health over time. Interesting. So we can punch the grating, but I get the feeling that's not going to do much. We do have a stick here we can grab through the bars, though. There we go. That knocks it open. Alright, so this game is, as you can see, a fairly interesting grid-based setup where you can walk around in various directions, but there's a limit to the actual spaces you can move in. While it may not seem to be grid-based, it actually is. So we can slide sideways and such, but only to a set distance. We can rotate ourselves around as well. There is a stone for throwing. We'll equip that to our rat in the back. Although he is not specifically trained in thrown weapons, he'll probably be pretty good at it, given that his dexterity is high. Horned fruit sounds like a food item. Yep. Interesting that it shows you the nutrition value. This fruit has a very strong, stinging taste and is commonly found in the southern islands. They are covered with needle-like spikes that can easily pierce the skin and cause an irritating rash. We'll have a branch and a rock. If we look at the description of this thing, it doesn't give us much, but it is a weapon we can use, which we'll probably wind up needing soon. We can look around with a more or less free look as well, but I don't see anything of value here. Interesting. Let's see what else we can find around this place. Looks like the grass blocks our path, but we can 12 damage on a punch. Wow, this Minotaur's tough. And we found some pants. Vanguard, put on some pants. Right now you're all naked. We can't have that now, can we? Alright, let's continue our adventure. More little crabs. I bet you I can go into the water around this rock. Hey! And we found a bone club. Is this a makeshift club made from the leg bone of an unknown beast? So that is a heavy weapon, as opposed to our stick, which is a light weapon. Okay, that worked out perfectly then. Is there anything else we can steal around here? Probably not. Can I take those bones? I cannot. I guess we go through here then. That's actually less damaging than his punch was. Okay, this is just a more resilient substance, I guess. That looks like an alchemical ingredient. That looks like a giant turtle. Hey, turtle. I threw a rock at you. What are you going to do about that? Ooh, he's still going. Woo! Ooh, we pick up our rock again automatically by walking over it. That's nice. So we can rearm ourselves. Come on over here, friend. Does that stick even hurt him? I can't tell. The stone does 2 damage. Stick does 3. Okay. Right now, our Minotaur is clearly our best option. We have our mage as well. We can experiment with some spells with them in a second and see if we can figure out some magic, because the magic system in the first game was fairly interesting. Aha! Gotcha, turtle. Get us some turtle steaks. Well, that's a bit callous, but I'm sure we'll find them useful. Etherweed. We'll give that to our alchemist. Anything else around here we can loot? Doesn't seem to be. Alright, this magic system may be similar to the previous game. There are 9 different runes that you can click on to do things. However, if you click on them incorrectly, they don't do anything. Can we figure out what our basic ice magic is? In the original game, it was clicking that bottom right-hand corner, but it doesn't seem to be this time. Doesn't appear to be anything, in fact. It might be possible that you can't experiment... What did we do? I don't know, but we did something. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely some kind of magical effect. Alright. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'm interested in finding out. Let's smash our way through here and see if we can figure out what's going on here. That might have been a light spell of some kind, perhaps? We'll let his magic regenerate for now. I'm not entirely sure what that did, though. We'll have to experiment more in the future. Alright, through the gate, because evidently there's not much around here for us right now. Handy the button is right there. That looks interesting. We'll have to go see what we found here. Oh, it's a turtle egg, isn't it? Haha, yes it is. Those turtles aren't going to like that we've just taken that. I'll take another ether weed, though. We can put things into our allies' inventories directly by clicking on their faces with the item we're... Oh, it's too far away. Get over here, turtle. Come on. Whoop. He took the bait. Keep coming. Ah, got our Minotaur there. Thankfully, our Minotaur has plenty of health. Unfortunately, they're both trying to fight us at the same time. This could go very poorly for us indeed. Let's see if we can try and kill these guys quickly without getting horribly murdered. Now, we're going to need to be focusing on just our two frontline warriors for now, because as far as I can tell, we don't have any damaging magic we can use. Seems that way anyway, which is unfortunate, because it means that our backline allies don't have much they can do to contribute here, but we should be able to club these guys to death with relative ease. There we go, 2 more turtle steaks for us. Let's just grab those here while they're not looking. And we got another one. Perfect. 4 turtle steaks. We'll have food for days. Let's go grab ourselves these stones. Back in our inventory. Lovely. Is there anything else in the water we can grab? Not that I see. It's a very pretty game, though, I have to say. Definitely a graphical upgrade from the first, which was not particularly graphically intense. Steal more food. Having a stockpile of food is generally a good idea, because in the later game, you might wind up needing a lot of it if you have to sleep a lot to regenerate lost health. What is this? A key. Okay. Barbarian, hold that. There's also a torch here. So darkness is certainly a thing in this game. There are probably secret stones, or other secrets we can activate in the stones, but I don't know what to look for yet, which makes it difficult to tell if we've found something secret or not. That's interesting. A dart. 2 darts, in fact. 3 darts, in fact. I'm guessing that is a kind of throwing weapon we'll be able to make use of. Yep, thrown weapons. 3 to 9 damage plus your strength. Okay. That'll be good to have, at least for the time being, while our backline soldiers don't have much they can actually do. I'd hate to miss a secret this early in the game, but I don't think there's any way for us to know what we'd be looking for yet. So let's just keep going on this way and see if we can't find anything new. I want to grab these crabs. I want to pick them up. Take them with me. But you can't grab the crabs. Probably a good advice in general, folks. Don't grab crabs. Is there anything in the corner here? There is a stone over here we can get. I'm sure that'll come in handy later on. Aha! Here's where we need our key. Job done. Press tab to access the map. Lovely. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay, well, we have our map here. Goes up and down floors, it looks like. What's this? Oh, you can place icons on the map? You can write on the map? Interesting. Sounds like something's coming to get us, though. I heard something moving. And therefore, I don't trust it at all. That will become to be a theme, I think, in this game. Trust nothing. We found a shirt. Alright. Stick the shirt on our warrior. It looks like experience more or less gets shared across everybody, regardless of whether or not they do damage. Our insect has experience despite not hitting anything. Our human has slightly more experience because he's a human, and therefore he gains 10% more experience from everything. We've got some switches here. Alright, presumably touching this switch causes it to close, touching that switch causes it to open, but generally in this game, switches only activate if you touch them for the first time, so that way we can be able to get around that safely. Unfortunately, we had to leave a rock behind, but we already have better throwing weapons, so I'm not too mad about that. This looks interesting, though. A note. I still hear things moving around, which worries me. There's a save crit. Hello, turtle. Alright, let's give the note to our mage.
Dear visitor, welcome to my island. I hope your journey was not too detrimental to your health. I think you will find this island to be the most wonderful, yet the most perilous place on Earth.
I see you there, turtle.
I don't have high hopes about your survival, but maybe you can prove me wrong. Better equip yourself before the night falls.
Alright, let's fight this guy. He wants to go, so we'll go. Throw some darts at him. Hit him with sticks, and bone clubs. More darts. The interesting thing about blunt... Oops, that was not what I meant to do. The interesting thing about blunt weapons, like the stone, is that they bounce off of your enemies, whereas the dart, which I'm throwing, sticks in my enemy until I can kill him. So, it means that if you're fighting a bunch of people all at once, and you throw all of your bladed or sharp-edged thrown weapons into your enemy, you may be in a bit of a pickle if you can't get them back. Overall, though, I'd say that went pretty well. Can we go up into this ship? No. Ooh, there's a Zaffi robe there. What's this? Protection +2. This robe protects its wearer from the biting cold and burning heat of the Zaffi Desert. Well, you can stick that robe on then. It's better than this tattered shirt, but you don't have any pants yet, so... Gotta be some exchange of operations there. I wonder if there actually is a day and night cycle in this game. Smack that guy in the butt. Now, you can do a lot of outmaneuvering like I'm doing here. By rotating faster than the enemy can move, he's unable to actually... Whoops, just threw that dart miles off. By rotating faster than the enemy can move, you can evade a lot of their attacks. That's a pretty key element of this game, as it was of the previous game as well. However, the enemy can also dodge your attacks if they move out of the way at just the right time. So I know I threw one of our darts over here. There's throwing knives in the tree. Interesting. Let's use those instead of the rocks. I'll grab that dart back. This is a much more interesting and open area than originally in the What is this? Hello. This item does not fit well into the statue's hands. Interesting. Alright, so they're already showing us the puzzle elements for this game. That is interesting. This game has a lot of puzzles in it, and has a lot of secrets in it. We're going to do our best to find everything we can. There may be a bit of backtracking that goes on between episodes to find areas we had previously missed. This looks like a spell scroll. Scroll of Fire Burst. Well, that would be useful if we had any Fire Mage. Okay, so that is the first... That is doing this. But we don't have the fire magic to use it. That's interesting. Well, we'll hold on to it for now. Might be useful to put on some traps or something later. There's some more food for us. What is this?
Crystal of Life. Touch to heal wounds and restore dead champions back to life. Beware, its power needs time to recharge.
We don't need any healing right now, but... Ooh, game, come on, you can do it. What happened? Okay, I guess that was the saving. You touch it, it heals and refills all of your strength, and auto-saves the game. Interesting. What's over here, then? Oddly, nothing. That doesn't seem right. I'm guessing this must have been where the two turtles spawned. I'm still looking for interesting details in the stone that might indicate there's some kind of secret here, but as far as I can tell right now, this area is uninteresting. It's just there to hide the turtles from immediate sight. Can we, like, peek up into this ship? Doesn't look like it. I wonder where that piece came from, anyway. This looks ominous. Let's come out here and see what we find out in the grand wide world. There's definitely something moving over here. I bet you that stone circle has something to do with it. What does this say?
Welcome to the location of your first challenge. When you're ready, stand in the circle and call out the Guardians.
I was right. That stone circle is an obvious trap. Alright, what's over here then? A gold key slot for a locked door. Okay. Is there anything we can interact with in this area that will let us get any stronger before we try that? Because I get the feeling that once we start that, we're going to be fighting for our lives here. So, let's take a quick peek back through over here. Ah, some kind of puzzle area. Not quite sure what we're doing here. But there's definitely some kind of puzzle here. Let's see what this says. X marks the spot. Alright then, so we go like this then. We will leave a stone on that one. We will leave a letter on this one. These should be heavy enough to click the buttons. Yes, they are. What else can we leave behind? Leave a turtle stake on that one. And leave a turtle stake on that one. Aha! We opened a door. Let's see what treasures await us for our efforts. If we need to view the tutorial hints, we can do from the pause menu. Okay. Hello! You look friendly. I get the feeling we might be getting in a bit over our heads here. Woo! Hello! That was quite the jump. How far can you jump? One tile? I don't like you much at all, in fact. I can't even hit you. My throwing weapons are doing good damage to you. We got a crit on that one. But I can't hit you with anything else. I can miss you a lot, though. There's another miss. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Got to mean to throw our dart instead. I wish I had magic so far, but that's always how it goes. You start out without any. Ooh, that was a nasty blow. Are you running away? You seem to be running away. Or are you just repositioning to try and do something else awful to me? Well, you're dead now. What did you drop? Looks like it just dropped my thrown weapons. Interesting. If I take items off of here, does it... Ooh, there's my other knife. Why can't I grab that? Oh, it's on a switch, that's why. Gotta be careful with buttons, because things that get left behind on them... Does that close the door? No, so I can pick this stuff back up again. Things that get left behind on them don't get automatically picked up by your normal actions, because the game thinks you might have put them there on purpose. What is this place all about? Another one of these mysterious statues. Doesn't have anything to do with any of this. Maybe the egg goes in there? No. I don't think we have anything else that would obviously fit into those hands. What does this say?
The Legend of Kilhagen. The second most precious thing in life for a seafaring captain is his sword, because without it he cannot command his crew. Thus, upon losing his weapon somewhere on Shipwreck Beach, he lost what is most important to him, the respect of his crew. Alright, so I guess that there's some way to get in there to get a fancy sword for ourselves. A fancy addition to our arsenal, in fact. More fishmen, okay. Well, let's try and deal with this guy. He's going to be a problem for us, though. As we have already proven, we're not the best at fighting these fishmen. We miss them a lot. They must have really high evasion or something, because we have a hard time hitting them. Also, they hurt like a truck. They hit like a truck, rather. Woo! Now, we do not want to fight more than one of them at once if we can help it. So we want to try and keep him pinned in this doorway. He got out. Because that way we wouldn't have to worry too much about getting swarmed. Thankfully, one of them is already dead. So that's a good step in the right... You just bounced a knife off of him. I guess it's only fair. He's trained in firearms, not in knife throwing, but still. You bounced a knife off of your enemy. Ooh, it's getting dark. There is, in fact, a night cycle. That's scary. Now what happens? Ooh, it's getting dark out here. Okay, down he goes. Is that spell a light spell? Nope, it doesn't seem to do anything. Are there torches we can take to give us a mobile source of light? Can I light my stick on fire? Nope. Okay, well now I'm worried. Now I'm worried. Take our knife back. It is indeed nighttime. There's a hat. Sounds like there's an enemy behind me. Must be over that way. Do I see anything else of use in this corner here? No. There's a plant we'll take for our alchemist. More plants. Falcon Skyer. We'll see what that does in a second. I'm hesitant to stand out here for too long, though, because it's dark out, and the night may be full of horrors. Ooh, blood drop cap. That looks exciting. Okay, well I don't see much around here as of yet, but we know there's more nasties over to the side there. Some more plants. Okay. A button. Dead-end stone. Uh-oh. Hello. Windgate Terminus East. It's locked, though. Interesting. Well, we are going to have to end this episode here for now. I'd love to push this button and see what it does, but we're out of time for this episode. So this has been the beginning of the Legend of Grimrock 2. What mysteries does this island hold? What terrors come out in the night? To find out, you'll have to come back and watch next time. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know what you thought about in the comments below. Possibly throw a subscribe if you haven't. And either way, I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye. Missile and throwing weapons and dual-wielding penalties are reduced, and the wizard, which is all about casting spells. Okay, well let's make you a knight then, Vanguard. Vanguard the Knight. And we'll set up your skills as well. For traits, we have a very numerous options. We can make you healthy, which gives you additional vitality. Make you tough, which just gives you more health. Make you muscular, which gives you more strength. Give you a demon ancestor, which gives you fire resistance. I think what we're going to do with you, though, since you're going to be our tank, we'll give you natural armor, which is 5 extra protection, and we'll give you tough or healthy to make you a game. So let's build ourselves a party and see what we're at. So, this is a game where you can build a party of 4 adventurers. We will be doing so. They will not all look like this, though. We are going to start off with our first hero. Now, this hero needs a hero's name. Perfect. And we need to decide what he's going to be and what he's going to do. We can be human, insectoid, lizardman, minotaur, or ratling. I'm going to leave Vanguard as a human, however, and we'll set his class as well. There are several classes available, many more than the original game. This has Alchemist, which is apparently focusing on firearms and alchemy, interesting, and creating more alchemical herbs. Barbarian is all about firepower and energy, and health and strength. Battle Mage is about spells and weaponry, apparently. Farmer, that's a strange class. You gain experience by eating food instead of slaying monsters. That's very strange. You're also completely unskilled at first level. Weird. This sounds like it's a challenge mode class. We also have Fighter here. Special attacks with melee weapons take half the time to build up and cost 25% less energy. Interesting. The Knight is a heavy armor class. We have the Rogue, which is all about critical hits with a little bit more tanky. Let's give you Tough. So you start with more health, and you're a little bit harder to kill, because your protection is naturally higher. We're also going to max out your strength, because you're probably going to need to be able to hit things pretty hard. We're going to give you a boost to dexterity, so your accuracy is better, and we'll boost your vitality.
so you get more health in general. Okay. That should do for you, and we need to give you your skills still. Your skills, you're going to be skilled in light weapons, I think, because you're going to be carrying a shield. So if you're using heavy weapons, you probably won't be able to carry them in one hand. And we're going to train you in armor. There we go, because that's what you're all about as a knight. So you're about light weapons. Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome to something new. This is Legend of Grimrock 2, the sequel to a fantastic dungeon-crawling first-person adventure, which we played through on stream a while back. I really enjoyed it, and I've been looking forward to playing this sequel for quite some time. I apologize for the title screen being a little bit loud, but in-game the sound is a lot more quiet, so I don't want to mute it any more than I already have. Now, we are going to be jumping into this thing and seeing how it goes. This is a pretty exciting thing, because I really enjoyed the first game.